What is it about Daughters in My Kingdom that can help us as we have questions?
I think I've called Daughters in My Kingdom a recipe book.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women have questions about the patterns in their lives, the experiences or lack of an experience that they desire. And Daughters in My Kingdom teaches how other people have reacted with faith to certain challenges and to certain questions. It teaches the patterns of increasing in righteousness, fulfilling these purposes that we have as Relief Society sisters. How do we strengthen our family? A lot of questions come about, how do I strengthen my family and home? I don't know. Maybe I didn't have a home where that was exhibited. Right. Maybe I haven't developed the skills yet. So I need to learn from somebody. There's a recipe in here for that. You can see some patterns emerging in the lives of sisters. She might be Chinese or she might be African, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. The patterns are consistent. So I think it's a great resource for learning how other people have solved things and get inspiration to how to solve my particular question.
Mm-hmm. I loved it when I read in there. I was having problems with interacting with some various persons in my life, and there was in there where Joseph Smith told us we shouldn't jibber jabber with other people.
He says,
and I
no
thought,
jangle,
yes,
no more. And
yes.
you say, okay, well, I won't do that.
Yes, and it was just that. You're absolutely right. With learning from his experience and what he had to say, answered my question, and that's the revelation that comes.
And so there are stories, examples, quotes, and some of those answers there. I think there's some great answers in the chapter about charity never faileth, because it takes this Relief Society from a time of war and depression and extreme difficulty in the lives of people. How did they approach those things? What did they draw on to manage what they had to do? What was the advice of the prophet at that time? What were the Relief Society sisters telling them? Are we finished with war? Are we finished with depression and economic troubles? Are we finished with challenges in our mortal experience? No.
No, and look, and how that pattern has repeated itself now.
Over and over again. So how do you cultivate self-reliance in the middle of all this turmoil? Here's a pattern, a recipe for how to do that. There are answers in here.
I was talking to a colleague of mine yesterday, and he was asking the question, why do we go back to the things that we already know? We have knowledge about something, but we go back over and over again to those same things in the church. And you said something just as we were beginning about how many times you've read Daughters in My Kingdom, and you still found something new today that you hadn't paid attention to.
Yes. Someone said, I want to teach you something from this book, and I thought, when did that get in there? I've read it dozens of times. I reviewed it over and over, but it's there. And the same thing happens with the scriptures. It seems like every time I open the Book of Mormon, and I've read the Book of Mormon, I can't number the times now, but I'll read First Nephi and I'll think, that's amazing. He really had the strength to do something. I will go and do the things the Lord asks me to do. I would read that every day, but there's a lot more in there. Our life experience puts a new